the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPratt. My name's Kenan, his son and the producer of the show. Now, tonight's title, Sneaker Wave, Christopher's got some really awesome things to share with you. So, before we get into that, a quick piece of housekeeping. For anyone who's out there joining us for the very first time, be sure to say something in the chat, whichever platform you're on, so I know you're here. We get to everyone in order, and then, of course, the first time, it's always free, so don't be shy. Going forward after that, it's $10 per reading, or you can pay $100 and cover the entire month. Now, that being said, thanks for being here. I have a quick thought to share before I turn it over to Christopher, which is that anger, according to at least one Buddha, is a gift. And not accepting it from others is an option. That's all I have to say. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the show tonight. Here's Christopher.
Hey, happy Monday evening, January the 8th. Great blessings to you as I light the incense. This is in regards to, you can always rewatch this show to get this line down, or this meditation, or this mantra. But I'm lighting the incense. Universe, show me now what I previously have been unwilling or unable to see. Universe, show me now what I have been previously unwilling or unable to see. So I light this incense for you. Great blessings to you, to your future revelations, to your future ahas, to show you and to expand this consciousness, this awareness. So there you go. Great blessings to you on that one. The the theme tonight is the sneaker wave. So Diane, you've lived in the Northwest. Abby, you live on the coast. Sonia, you live on the coast. You've been to the ocean. You probably go to the ocean more than not. Laurel, you do too. So you know what sneaker waves are. And the reason they're called sneaker waves is because most people don't see them coming. So they recommend that a person stay, especially if you're not familiar with the ocean, stay 150 feet back from the shore. And they can appear in any particular ocean, any particular beach. There's no warning. But if, like Abby, you go to the ocean quite a bit and you watch the waves, they always tell you, keep your eye on the horizon, watch the waves. You kind of develop a sense, right, Abby? Because you've been on the ocean probably more so than all of us, because you live so close to the ocean, you and Marilyn. And but what's interesting is you can kind of gauge it. So, like particularly in the winter, or in the Pacific Northwest, it has to do with a lot of the shoreline that's up in the Pacific Northwest. But they can happen anywhere. I've watched. You can just even YouTube sneaker waves on YouTube and see examples. Like a few weeks ago, they had a huge one in Miami, in Florida. So it came across my feed today, and Kenan goes, "Well, Dad, this needs to be the theme for tonight, is sneaker waves," because it has to do with energies and being aware of energies. these sneaker waves occur or are formed hundreds, sometimes hundreds of miles away. If you're on the beach, the sky can be completely blue, absolutely beautiful, no clouds in the sky. You're enjoying the beach, and these sneaker waves can come out of nowhere because they've been formed sometimes hundreds of miles away from storms that you didn't even know were occurring or had occurred. But they travel sometimes hundreds of miles. My point of telling you this story is, for example, you can innocently go to a party. You can innocently throw a party or be around a group of people, or you could be going to the mall or just going shopping. Be aware of sneaker waves. These are like waves of energy from other people, waves of energy or emotion from other people. So I loved what Kenan started the show out with Buddha, right? Anger is a choice, and you don't have to, what was it? Accept other people's anger. Right?
Yeah.
You simply run up the beach. Because this anger has really nothing to do with you. This anger, this emotion, whatever it is, and it doesn't have to be necessarily anger. It could be fear. It could be whatever it is, was formed miles away, years ago, from this person. And so it's just a matter of being aware of it. Now, one of the things that I would suggest that you do with this is watch some Pilates on YouTube. Just look up Pilates. That's where they really help you strengthen your core. So if you want to I'll give you an example. While you're watching this right now, just take some nice, slow, deep breaths, but bring your energy to your gut. Bring your energy to around the belly button area. Strengthen that core. Bring that energy there. And that will help you if you ever happen to get caught in a sneaker wave. Every major performer, every major athlete, musician, you come from the core. Stay in your core. Practice in the morning when you wake up, bringing your energy to your core, to your belly button area. Bring it down. Stay there. Especially if you're going to go to a party, especially if you're going to go to the mall or go out shopping or be around other people, because they're always putting out these waves of energy. And when you get home, before you even enter your house, bring your energy to your core and blast away any negative energy. Just a practice and exercise I'd recommend you do. Okay. Which brings us then to the group card. And there we go. Coming together, harmony, and resolution. So Kenan came up with the title for this show. We did a little research on it, and then we pulled the group card, which is about the Pleiadian activation. The Pleiades, as we've talked about this card before. It is it's called the Seven Sisters, the Pleiades constellation. It's a star cluster found in the northwest in the constellation of Taurus, in case any of you astronomers would like to know. And they're luminous stars. They're bright, bright, seven very, very bright stars. And they're actually some of the closest stars to the Earth. Anyway, what this point of this card is it's a message of assurance to you. To subdue any of your sneaker waves that were formed many years ago in a galaxy far, far away even. Right? That whatever uncomfortable energy that you're experiencing, this card is an indication that that's literally going to be washed away. It'll be cleaned, clear, and I don't know how you are all going to experience the divine. It's going to be different for every one of us. But this is about you experiencing the divine in your own way. So this is a matter of being open to the divine. And people that can challenge us the most can be our loved ones, our family, and our friends. And so this card, this energy comes in to shift the dynamics of those relationships. So when a sneaker wave's coming up, you simply are not there. In fact, if you know the beach is prone to sneaker waves, you're probably going to stay 150 feet back. So when you're around these people, especially that you know have emotional issues, probably a good idea just to stay a little bit back. Okay? But this is about always having a loving approach. And the loving approach is for you to stay 150 feet back. You're showing love for yourself first. Does that make sense? So this is about you operating from a higher state of being and healing old wounds. Okay. We are good.
Nice work. Laurel's first.
Laurel? Yep. Hey, my dear Laurel. We'll try a new deck tonight that I haven't been used in a long time. See what comes up for Laurel. So Laurel's best and highest. Got a hole in my mattress and I'll see you in the spring. I don't know. And as a kid growing up, I used to watch this show called Hee Haw. Any of you younger, any people my age know what Hee Haw is. But Laurel, this is this is you springing forward. So I will remind you, a lot of life sometimes feels like this. Things never change, things never change, things are the same, things are the same, things are the same, things are the same. And then all of a sudden you do what this is called, this quantum leap or quantum spring, we'll call it. And boom, you're up here. And I've told this story before. In China, let me give you an example of that. For the first 2 years, I didn't understand anything anyone was saying. And we studied every day. We had teachers. It was all Greek to me. Well, all Chinese to me. And then one day I went to the market. So for 2 years I was like this, Laurel. Boom, 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 nothing. Wasn't making any progress. I didn't understand anybody. Couldn't speak the language. And then all of a sudden I went to the market one day. I'd pass this old lady every day, and she would always yell something at me in Chinese, and I had no idea what she was saying. This day, she yelled the same thing that she'd been yelling at me for 2 years. She's like, "你要不要买菜?" And I absolutely understood everything. It was like the bells went off, my brain opened up. She was asking me if I wanted to buy her vegetables. And I totally understood her. Yeah. Got chills. That's what's happening right now, especially in the spring. 2-3 months away. It's a rebirth. It's and you can't really prepare for it. I mean, you can take the Lamaze classes. You can eat right. Blah blah blah. But that never actually gives you the experience of birth until you actually have a baby. So there's nothing you can do to prepare for this because it's not a bad thing. It's a rebirth. But you're ready. Like these past few years, you've been setting up the neural pathways. You've been setting up the roadways for you to be able to grasp all of that and to prepare for it. And so if any of you, which I think all of you, have pretty much been on the show for 2 years or around that time, you've been working on this. So this even kind of looks like you, Laurel.
She actually had an audition Saturday. She had an audition Saturday and made the band that she auditioned for.
You auditioned and you made the band that you auditioned. I'm so proud of you. Awesome, Laurel. Oh my God, that's so great. Congratulate everybody. Congratulate Laurel. So this is about you springing forward. And you're ready for it. Like, every one of you on the show are professionals. You've used your brain, you've used your mind, you've used your experiences, and there are some things that happen in life that we can't prepare for, but the knowledge, the action is going to be correct, and you'll know what to say, you'll know what to do. Okay, great job, Laurel.
Yeah, beautiful. Diane.
Okay, Diney, here we go. So our job, our work, is to really do our best to change other people. Yeah, that's what we should be doing. Really, really telling people what they need to do, telling people what's wrong with them. You know I'm being facetious. There are stone people. There are people that they're not ready. They're not going to get it. And the thing is you can still admire them because there's some really beautiful cliffs and rocks. If you look at these like stones on the beach. But what's interesting is, because you lived in the Pacific Northwest and like the Oregon coast, and you have the rocks that are out there along the Oregon coast, that it takes years and years, hundreds of years, for the ocean to wear those rocks down. It's not our job to wear people down. It's not our job to change people or even judge people. Because if you go to the ocean, you see one of these rocks out in the ocean, you don't go, dang, that is a stubborn rock. That, there's something really wrong with that rock. You don't even give it energy. You don't even think that. So bring your energy back to you, and know that the more you change yourself, other people can start getting it that are ready to get it. Rather than try to change. A lot of people spend their, okay. So let me tell you this story. So old man on his deathbed, he's laying there and he's kind of going back over his life, and he's like, oh man, he said, I spent the first 50 years of my life trying to change the world. And then I decided, you know what? That didn't work. I'm going to change my country. So he ran for politics. He ran for all these positions. Didn't work. Okay. I'm just going to change my family. A few years doing that, didn't work. So he's laying on his deathbed and he goes, wow, I wonder what would have happened if 80 years ago I had started changing myself. Then I could have changed my family, or helped change my family, change the country, change the world. And that's where it starts. Okay.
Great. Marilyn Pitts.
Okay, my dear Miss Marilyn. So we did this reading a few months ago, and this dog came up during that reading, and you sent me a picture of the dog. It's going to help you. So it's still around you, Marilyn. One of your gifts that's going to be really developing, we didn't talk about this too much in your reading on Thursday, but your communication with animals. And this dog is around. To help you, and somehow you're
She says it's
shadow. Yes, shadow. Okay. So we talked about these sinker waves, and you being like, when you go to a party, you can be sensitive to other people's energies, right? Which you are. But this has to do with you being more sensitive to animals. And when you get a feeling, check to see where it's coming from, what animal it's coming from, because you're actually more sensitive to animals than you are even to people. And you're pretty sensitive with people, but you're even more sensitive with animals. You'll know what they need. And there's going to be this major repayment from them energetically. They're going to keep your house and area clear. So one of the things that this shadow is saying to me to tell you is he's been protecting your field, your energetic field. So thank you for being here and sharing this card. Every one of you that have had an animal, I think every one of you have had an animal. Call that animal in right now. Ask it to help you to keep your energy field clear and clean. Wow.
I have 7 cats now too.
Yeah, Marilyn has 7 cats. She saved you guys. She saved these kittens. She rescued them and saved them and raised them and had them neutered and fixed. And she takes the best care of them. They're the dangest cute kittens you've ever seen. But yeah, so there's a reason for that, because as your spiritual gifts grow, your light gets brighter. So there's no wonder that you have these animals around you. Like Jeff Reynolds, you're on the show. Jeff, when he goes up to North Arizona, every time, he has his dash cam on and he is listening to music, and there's either coyotes or elk or antelope. Like, he has another really good connection with animals. So that's an example of that. All right, good.
Awesome. Abby and Marilyn are up next.
My dear Abby and Marilyn. Okay, here we go. Ocean Girls, Myrtle Beach. So Marilyn, this is a very major spiritual significance. So let me do my best to explain this. We start on this course in life where especially with you head toward the mountain. And the mountain being, if you want to call it God or major spirituality, personal development. You've been on this path for many, many years about going toward this mountain. What if you allowed the mountain to come to you? What's that saying? Can you look that up about Muhammad and the mountain come? Just put in there Muhammad and mountain. Mm-hmm. There's something with Muhammad and the mountain. And there's something with you moving into studying more of Buddhist or Hindi or Muslim scripture, because there's some wisdom in there that you will resonate with. This is miracles. This is when the mountain comes to you, your angels are telling me that these are like, this is the mountain coming to you. Wow. Like major miracles.
So this is like the meaning of the proverb anyway.
Okay. So the meaning of the proverb, if someone wishes to be done, if something one
Wishes to be done.
oh, if something one wishes to be done, Marilyn, cannot be commanded done, one must find another way to achieve one's goals. This is the achievement of goals coming to you, like the mountain coming to you. What is the saying anyway? How does the saying go?
It was the other way around. So if the mountain won't come to Muhammad, then Muhammad must go to the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So say that again.
If the mountain won't come to Muhammad.
If the mountain won't come to Muhammad, Muhammad must go to the mountain. This is the mountain coming to you. Okay. That makes sense to me now. Okay.
That's good.
So what if every one of you on the show, the mountain comes to you? Whoa. Okay. And then Abby, new beginnings. So when you wake up from dreams that can be a little bit disturbing, go back into the dream and change it. It So, all right, if you're a night owl, then when the house is very, very quiet, then do absolutely some meditation. They're telling me to tell you, get better and better at doing the meditation. Please do not think that if you're not good at it, or if it's not your thing, keep working at it. It's more effective in the morning when you wake up. Start with 1 minute, go to 10 minutes. It's quieting the mind. And what that does is it's opening up pathways for these new beginnings for you. And this travel, understand that what you're doing, and this is a great maybe suggestion for all of us. Imagine that you're carrying a bag of fairy dust, or whatever you want to call it, magic dust. Wherever you go, energetically spread that dust, especially with your family. When you're with your family, think about those sneaker waves. It's not about you, it's about them. You didn't cause the sneaker wave. And it's about their issues, but your energy now can bring this new beginning for them. So when you go, especially if it's your family, you can just even use your imagination to leave a blessing at their place. It's your energy, and then you'll notice a change in them. It will create a new dawn. Your purpose here, you create new beginnings for people. This is helping them create new beginnings. It's one of your fortes. It's what you're good at. Okay.
You got Jared and Kat next.
Hey, Jared. Hey, Kat. All right, here we go.
You got both Marilyn and Abby, right?
Yeah. Okay, Jared and Kat. All right, Jared. Today's Monday. We have another show on Wednesday. For these 2 days, are you willing? Can you practice your breathing? Can you just give me a quick breath exercise to give Jared?
Box breath.
Okay, box breath, Kenan said. So, Jared, it's called box breath because breathing controls your thoughts. Thoughts do not control your breathing. Breathing controls your thoughts. So you breathe in to a count of 4. You hold it for a count of 4. You breathe out for a count of 4. And you hold it out for a count of 4. So, got it? This will build your awareness. Your breathing is really important. Breathing is way better than not breathing. So how about all of you? Kat, Jared, Abby, Marilyn Pitts, Diane, all of you, Lindsay, Austin, Ashley, Jeff, John, Denise, practice that count of breath. Breath connects you to spirit, and that's a great exercise to do. Okay, and then we got Kat. Okay. Kat, this is you moving out of reflecting on what hasn't worked or why it worked out the way that it did. This is leaving all of that behind and moving on. Or using your reflection to go, oh, you know what? I definitely need to change my eyeshadow. Probably could use some new lipstick. This is looking at yourself, and are you willing to completely let go of self-criticism? This is your ability to increase on that, to increase letting go of any and all self-criticism. Because you're learning in this life what really worked. And you're also learning what really didn't work. And so think about it as going to a lot of different weddings before you have your wedding. And you definitely know that you're not going to have sardines at your reception because of a wedding you went to 2 years ago. Right? Your bridesmaids are not going to be dressed in black. Right? And your mother-in-law had no right to wear black to your wedding. So this is you going, oh, using this is going, you know what? This used to work. I'm glad I went through it. I'm not going through this anymore. This is you planning, just completely restructuring your life, but using what you've been through instead of regrets or doubt or grief or what, you know what? Nope. I probably know now that I've been to Disneyland a few times, I'm not going to go on It's a Small World again. Not fun for me. But yeah, Space Mountain definitely. So you learn in this life what works for you and what doesn't. So this is your opportunity now to change all of that. And change the energy around it. And be grateful for what you've experienced and what you've set up. You've done really, really good. Okay. Hey, Doreen, my dear. Oh. So, Doreen, my dear. This major love is coming through. From your mom. This major, major love is touching your heart. And the heart is the seat of motivation. It's where you operate from. And it's an acknowledgement of the heart, the work that you've done, the work that you're doing. And also taking care of your dad. This is your mom stepping in to take care of matters now with your dad. Because I mean, if you have your camera, I love this picture. This is like your mom reaching down from heaven, and it's not even reaching down. It's because heaven isn't up there; it's all around us. But she's right there. You've been feeling her. You know that she's around. So any of us that have lost people know absolutely that they're around. And that they work through the heart center, which is that seed of motivation. It's that seed of love. And this is your love and compassion, but it's also being amplified with the help of spirit. Okay. Wow. Amazing. Hey, Sonia, thank you so much for being here. This is the summer solstice. This is it's the sun card, where everything is going to work out for you. Are you willing to completely let go of the fear of the next shoe dropping or things not working out, and let go of all of that negative thinking because it isn't yours? It is absolutely not yours. this is how you've been trained to think about a next shoe falling or things not working out or something going awry, something not working out. No. This is the sun coming into your life, and by this summer, you will be in a completely new place, which is, again, like 4 or 5 months. This is even like taking a trip to Cancun, or the Baja. There's something, and you're moving closer to the sun, which is really great. Which you're moving to a higher altitude, which is fantastic. But this is everything working out for you. Radiance. And there's something. So do you know in Mexico, or the Spanish have a symbol like this that looks like this, and you can hang above your door. What do they call it? Like it's like a pottery. To put one in your new place, or somebody gave you one, because I'm getting this message that somebody gave you one of these, and it was like to bring you good luck, to bring you peace. So hang that above your door. Carry that with you. I wouldn't necessarily strap it to the front of your grill in your car, but but this is great blessings coming your way. Only focus on the positive. When you're picking up, like, a foul odor, it's not yours. And I'm speaking that metaphorically, like a foul way of thinking or negativity. It's not yours. Return to sender. Not yours. You don't have to transform it. You don't have to claim it. No, you're the sun. No apologies for being the sun. Be the sun. Okay. Lindsay and Austin. Okay. Now, for those of you that are kind of new on the show, remember we're going through this in the order that you came into the show. So, thank you. All right, Lindsay and Austin. Okay, my dear Lindsay. Oh. So, isn't it Vanessa Williams that sang Colors of the Wind, Lindsay? I want you to listen to that song. Are you willing to let go of seeing the wind? Or the need to see the wind, to know that it exists? You see the results of the wind by how it moves the trees and bushes. It blows your hat off. You see the results of the wind. Look closely at how spirit has been blowing through your life, how it has been activating you, and it's going to activate you more to direct you. You don't necessarily see spirit, but you feel it. Trust your feeling. This is you moving out of your head and more into your soul. All you need to do is put up your sails. So every morning, you might want to visualize this, raising your sails and just allowing the wind to take you where Spirit, God, however you want to term it, your higher self, is going to direct you. So what a great exercise for all of us. Close your eyes, see the sails raised. You're on course. You're definitely on course. Okay. And Austin?
She says it's like a hurricane at the moment with wind.
Well, that's good though. So you can actually turn it down in your mind. Because what is your spell that you're casting? Words are spells. How would you like it to be? And then make it so. And then Austin, so they're showing me, your guides are showing me a bonsai tree. And some of these bonsai trees are hundreds of years old. And they're small, they're tiny, right? They're full-grown miniature trees. And it takes years and years and years to groom them. You have to be very careful when you trim them. They take a great deal of care. But they're miraculous. Focus on the small things that you do that are important rather than trying to accomplish huge things or make a huge difference in the world. I posted something on Facebook and maybe I sent to some of you as well. Or no, I think I just sent it out. But it's like, okay, name the top 5 Oscar winners for the last 5 years. That, I don't know, right? Name the 10 Nobel Prize winners for the last 10 years. But if you, on the other hand, go, hey, name a teacher that was impactful in your life. Name someone that you love that has been impactful in your life. You get my drift, right? This is about you understanding even the small things that you do, Austin, has a tremendous impact on people around you. Your words are spells. Your actions. Bring them down. Bring them down to a bonsai level. Trust. Be more patient. There are miracles happening here. Bonsais are really miracles, but so are trees. Can you begin seeing yourself in a new light? Okay.
He says he used to grow bonsai trees too.
You used to grow bonsai trees? So I was actually going to suggest that you get back into that. There's a reason that you did that. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. They're just simply magical. I'll buy one from you if you start doing that. Okay. And then we've got Ashley, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Ashley, thank you so much for being here. Okay, my dear. This is the release card. Anything that you've been worrying about, stressed about, is releasing. Allow it to go. I simply allow you to go, sending you lots of great energy around what's no longer working for you to release, let that go. Because then when you do that, like your expectations, your worries, all of that, your worries are creating more worries. That's why this card is so important for you, is about letting go of that, releasing it. Those thoughts and energies no longer serve you to your best and highest at all. Give this time. So it's no accident that you came up after Austin, who was talking about the bonsai trees. This is it is growing. It may not be growing at the speed you think it should be growing. Bonsai trees don't necessarily grow at the rate of bamboo or other trees, right? They just don't. It's growing. Let go. This is giving you energy tonight to let go. Trust. It's all going to work out. And by the fall of next year, which again is only 6-7 months away, yeah, you're going to be in a completely new place. Things will all have worked out, and you'll be able to look back. So picture yourself next fall, looking back over the past 7 months, going, wow, that was a journey, but look where I'm at now. It's going to be beautiful. Okay, and Jeff, here we go. Here we go, my friend. Glad you could stay with us. Shaman. So the shaman, Jeff, has a huge connection to the land. So I love it that Ashley runs Pocono Organics back east, an amazing organization that focuses on organics. And so then the shaman card comes up. Well, a lot of her land, Ashley's land, was on Native American, but what used to be Native American land. And this is where you thrive, Jeff, is the land. Speak to the land. It is an entity. These are your gifts and your powers coming to fruition. Continue to work on yourself, but this is your inner shaman awakening. And the land will help you do that. You're going to be moving more into having the money and the means to which you can be on the land more. Okay. Then we've got John. All right, John. Time to create. Wake up in the morning going, universe, show me what to create today. It could be your photography, right? So you're developing a creative outlet. Your photography, your creativity is escalating. Your ideas, like animals, like a lot like Jeff, where animals appear to you or come to you, you've got this same kind of power. But the animals, you've got a spiritual connection. So when you've sent me pictures of the animals that you have posted, I always repost them and I look them up and I look at what is the spiritual meaning of buffalo? What is the spiritual meaning of fox? And I post that. When you take pictures of these animals, there are some Native American or native tribes that believe that when you take their picture, you've taken their soul, but you don't really take their soul, but you do take the energy behind, or some of the energy behind that animal in that picture that communicates and helps to change people. That's why your photography, number one, is so great. Your creativity is definitely not baking. But what I'm getting here is this lens. I see this lens here, which is like a distance lens. So I definitely get that more. And we've talked about this before in the show. Denise, first time. Welcome, Denise. I'm so glad you're here. All right, my dear Denise, this is the childhood. So one of the endearing things, I don't know, this is, what do you call that? Scrapbooking. You call it scrapbooking. There's something about organizing your pictures that's really important for the people around you and your family. And taking the time to record these stories of your childhood, and you can actually just tape them, record them, and then you can buy software that puts them into writing. I think it's called Dragon Speak, is one of the many softwares you can buy now, where you speak into your phone and it actually then types it up. But this is important for your family, because you've got some very important stories that need to be told, that your family needs to know about, your friends need to know about, around your childhood, around your gift is you really help people get in touch with their inner child. And your pictures, so this is kind of like John's with the photography, but there's pictures that can really help your family move through some difficult periods, and they will. They'll move through successfully. Okay. Thank you all very much. Love you all. We'll see you again Wednesday night.